Hello folks, welcome. I invite you to not skip this intro. I got some information for you. We beat the game, so I'm going to show you from the stream up to the end, okay? So we'll look at the stream, and there was a bug that I want to show you. Use timestamps if you need to skip anything. And the thing I wanted to tell you is, let me know in the comments if you want me to make a final letter incremental video where I show every single build step by step, some sort of a complete guide within one video, okay, in details. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments, and if there's enough people asking for it, I'll do it. If not, that would be the last letter incremental video. What did I say that could be insane? I was just reading everything. This game is too complicated, me therefore I'm going to rest to another incremental, and yes, I'm still going to watch the stream. Thanks for watching. For those who are watching, if you enjoy, I invite you to subscribe and hit the like button and write a comment or something. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to revive it. We had a good month in March. Good. Not amazing, but good. You can pause here if you like, if you want to read what Buck said, but I should have made 500 million here. There was a bug. You saw me mess around on the stream a little bit, so that's the build I came up with. I used Sigma, okay? If this is the only Greek letter, retrigger every letter. And so I like P's a lot. The more P's you have, the more powerful they are. Q retriggers that P, and those two X's together retrigger yet again that P. It's all about that P. Now here I'll go super fast, but those two G's are only working because I'm using U. Just remember that if you, beside the Q, it negates, but the U prevents negation. That's why the G's are working, to boost that P once again. And now I want to boost, or retrigger should I say, the N. So I'm going to put two X's there. 85 billion per second, right? XX. And now 1.11 trillion per second. So I continue messing around with the board like this to make as many points as possible to make progress. And now I'm able to buy the letter Y. That's the letter I will never use. If this tile has 4 more retriggers, boost cardinally connected tiles by 1.8. And for Z, I need 2.5 quadrillion. That would take a while, but I can improve that board right now without Z, no problem. I have every achievement, and let's see what I unlock with that 1.1 trillion. I forgot to show it. Yes, 63 out of 63. So what did I unlock? There are 2 or less different letters retrigger every tile. So I never use that. If every letter is different, increase the value of the middle space by 2.5 thousand. Interesting. And then I need 6.5 trillion for the next one. Time to improve my board. So I decided to move things around a little bit. We'll put a P instead of that G. 1 extra P boost my main P more than that simple G. However, what if that G was boosted with X's? So that was the idea. So I want to add an X to boost the G so it hits real hard. It's a good thing I'm doing this right now. Pretty fresh. I just did that. This was yesterday compared to when I'm recording this voiceover. I'm supposed to click here. There you go. 1.27, 2.19. I don't need that U anymore. I can replace it with a P. It doesn't matter that the other P is disabled. The only P that needs to be enabled is my main one, because the value is increased by how many P's are on the board. That's it. So active or not, it's irrelevant. So now 3.61 trillion. Okay. And then I can buy Z. If there are no adjacent tiles, add 5 times the value of the tile in the top left corner of this tile to this tile. So it will add 5 times the value of the tile that's on the top left of it to itself. It will sort of feed upon the upper left tile. That will be a very strong tile later. Before I start messing around with this board, I want to share with you some thoughts. So this is the best board I could come up with. 13.7 frames per second. So clearly this is not the direction that I need to take. I juggled it. I cannot make it better. So I started thinking, how do I do this? This is not an easy game for me, folks. Now, what's the last letter you get? Z. And Z is attractive. Okay, we'll add 5 times the value of the tile on the top left to itself. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to read the Greek letters, take my time and read it, because I don't have to stream, so I can take my time. Very attracted by, if every letter is different, increase the value of the middle space by 2.5k. But then I thought to myself, okay, what could feed Z? By the way, I saw that V will double whatever I make, I think. I gotta do some tests with V. I don't fully understand. Can I boost V beyond the value? For instance, the base value would be the best tile, right? But if I boost V itself, does it go up or just stay at the value of the best tile? I don't know. So I think V, was a bunch of letters, will be important. Well, what I thought about was K. Because what I like here is increase this tile's value times 4 if it's positive. So that's what I want to try. But I thought about a few things. So first of all, let me just start with this. We're going to go beta and the U. I call it U. I don't know what's the name of the... We'll find out. Where are you? Oh, listen. Oh, listen. Okay. Erase everything. I was proud of this board, but it didn't work. It did unlock a bunch of things. By the way, there's one that's not unlocked yet. I don't know what it does. I was literally in my bed thinking about this. I woke up recently. And I thought, okay, Z here, for instance. And I feed it from this direction. And let's say, using K, feed it in this direction. Then I realized, okay, this is 2.5 thousand, 2,500 times. Anyways, 2,500 times. So well, in fact, I had a piece of paper here calculating how much I would get, or what I can do. Like this is, so this turns into 1.31 million. So if I move it this way, it's a little less, but it's not as bad. So why this? Is because I'm thinking I can boost, because I cannot put anything adjacent to this, but I can on this one. And I was thinking maybe the N, and that's where I wanted to test this. The N could feed into E, and then okay, E feeds. I fed E before with N. I just want to see. See, it doesn't change anything. So I said I wanted to know that. Okay, so at least the V will double. So the N might be. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's useless or not. Like for instance, this diagonal, right? So if I go like, I don't know if it matters or not. We'll find out. 1.95 million. Okay, so this, okay. How about G? Does G get boosted? 1.95 million. No, it doesn't. So the N is, I think the N might be useless. So if I go G here at least. So I'll mess around with this, okay? BBM, I don't know. Oh, bottom. Could put maybe R here, hitting this and this. Retrigger the bottom. Where is it? Retrigger every time the bottom row. Right? So maybe I can go with this. But I need to make trillions. I don't know if it's gonna work. I hope it's the right direction. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Lambda. Went up, right? Yeah. So this is retriggered. But I only make 17 million. Wow. So this is not fantastic. I'm gonna have to. So this is my rationale. I'll mess around with this. But I just wanted to talk to you before I start messing around with this for real. And we'll see if I can get to something or not. Oh well, X2. Oh well, I could. Of course, I'm gonna put a Q here. Clearly, oh yeah, it does. Now X is. I cannot because you know you have to be adjacent to the K. I cannot put two. Oh no, I cannot put. No, it's one letter of each. Yeah. X doesn't work. X doesn't work. So you see, this is the type of thing. Of thinking I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna read what S does and so on. Anyways, I'll mess around with this and let's see if I make it. Of course I made it. You saw the title of the video. So that's the board I came up with, 17.8 trillion per second. I'll improve it further, but anyways, I want to show you which Greek letters I'm using. I hope I'm not missing any in this. I'll put it in the comments if I do. Let's see. So that one is if every letter is different, multiply value of every space by 150% per letter. That exists. Beta, of course, okay, to turn K to positive. And then I already showed this one, yeah. If every letter is different, retrigger the center twice, and then retrigger every tile in the corner and the center tile minus 500 to every other space. Okay, but they still have an effect. It's just the value is minus 500, and if every letter is different, increase the value of middle space by 2.5 thousand, as I showed before. I thought it was interesting. So this is the setup. Okay. The S is badly placed for now, but I'll move it. It's because it needs an empty diagonal. That's why I'm showing with the mouse right now. So I think I had that figured out. But I put the Y, but I'm not really using it. It's just a placeholder. I could put any letter there. So 22.2 trillion now. Now I just unlocked. If there's no Greek letter and letters and no tiles on the left or bottom edge, add the value of the tile on D2 to the one on the top right corner. So I did not understand what this meant exactly, but if you read closely, he really said it takes D2, whatever's on D2, and sends it to the top right corner. So that's why I sort of show here D2. So that's unlocked. Technically, I don't have to go further than this. I did not know. I continued a bit. I improved the board even further. But then I realized I'm going to have to make another build. In fact, the final build. Alright, here I am at 40 trillion per second, realizing that I have to use that letter here, which is, how's it called? It's called PSI. Now, this will be a real head scratcher. Not easy. Now, I don't know if I should say that right away, but I had this impression because I send value from D2 to the top right corner. I had this idea of loop. Why? Because I need to reach infinite points per second, not infinite points period. So I have to find a way. No, I'm just messing around here, obviously. You don't figure this out in 1 second. Just to see the interactions. So how the hell do I make a loop of sort so that these two tiles feed each other infinitely? How do I do that? Okay, so I started thinking, okay, what carries value? What carries value? So E will carry value down, and N will carry value towards the top left. So right away I understood the E thing. I said, yeah, so it goes from the top and I'm going to carry it down. So what I need to do is try to form a loop of sort. So I have to like make a circle of sorts. Let's see what I try next. Now I'm not afraid to show you my mistakes. Of course I know the answer now. So here you see I have two columns of E's and I need to connect them. How do I get from the right to the left is with the letter N. But there's something that I missed is if you look on the left, it's readable, but there must be nothing on the bottom row or the left column. And so my ends will be too low. I'm trying to carry, okay, again, I try to make a loop as I explained, so carry. So go from D2 to A5 and loop all the way back to D2. I thought this would work, but so that's me trying to figure out a way to do this. But you'll see I'll make a mistake. This cannot work, okay? Because now I send nothing to the top right corner because there's something in the bottom row. I don't know if I'll realize this, so I'm trying to show that that's my intention. Obviously this is not gonna work. But I'm onto something. So that's very shortly after I realized my mistake here. So let's see what I did. I'm gonna put two E's there. And I said I'm gonna carry like in a zigzag, okay, with ends. So yeah, so it would go up like this, go down, go up, go down, but it doesn't work. All it does is boost how strong both D2 and A5 are. Puzzling. What am I missing? In this setup, I was trying to boost my letters. I thought maybe they were too weak to be able to create that loop I wanted. Maybe I needed higher numbers or something because the N only carries a certain percentage. Totally wrong. But this is where I got my inspiration, because I was trying to demonstrate how A5 doesn't work anymore if you put stuff at the bottom or on the left. And then I put that Z there and realized, wait, maybe I can do something with that Z. Okay, here the footage goes way too fast for me to comment. But I was thinking, okay, N needs a source. And I realized, wait, if I put N and Z together, Z feeds N and N feeds Z. So maybe it goes around and gets stronger and stronger. I did it and boom, it worked. What? To claim the win, you have to put the omega Greek letter. We'll do that. Then I'm going to explain to you why this works and we'll conclude the video. Put the omega, you win. Now time taken is bugged up, ignore that. And then I can start over or continue playing, of course. So I'm gonna hit continue playing. In fact, I'll hop in and I'll record myself explaining why this works to the best of my ability. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. First of all, there are redundant letters. All you need is a path, okay? Okay, first of all, well, I already said first of all. Any letter, pretty much. Anything that has value. I thought K gave you minus infinity. It doesn't. Okay. Let's say I remove this. So here's how I understand this thing. And my reasoning why I chose to test Z. Let's start maybe here, for instance. This is boosted here. This will boost this letter, and the values will be carried that way, like that, all the way down here, and it's the same value it used to be, so it goes back there. So there is a loop, but there's no improvement whatsoever. So what's the key? Well, first of all, N gives 125 points. That's very important. Second of all, Z gives points, but most importantly is the multiplier. So what happens, and that was just like me experimenting. I'll talk about the placement after. No, I'll talk about the placement now. This is the only way you can place Z, by the way, because Z needs nothing adjacent for it to work. And then if I want to carry stuff away, the only place I can put an N is here, because it goes all the way up there, and I need an N here. Okay, all right. So what happens now? Let's go with a base value X or whatever. It goes down, gets carried away. Now it's affected as it goes down like this, but this is where it's important. That value goes down there, is multiplied by 5, and then feeds N 5 times stronger than it used to be. It goes like that, and now A is stronger, which makes this stronger. Now there's a higher value circulating like this. It hits this, multiplied by 5 again, push back in, even higher value, and so on. We have our loop. It gets higher and higher and higher up to infinity. That's how I understand it. I hope that makes sense. Because when it happened, I knew maybe I was onto something, as I explained in the previous clip. But to think that I would beat the game, I was a bit surprised, to be honest. What a hard game. I thought it was really difficult. Well done, Puck, the developer. It's a good game, but it's hard. It's not for everybody. No, you couldn't look up stuff, but of course I didn't. And it made me suffer quite a bit. I was stuck many times. For those who beat it quick, congratulations. I mean it. Yeah, it's not easy. And that's the only build. Now, you can add redundant letters, but that's the only build that works, by the way. Now, the dev told me after I beat it. It's the only way. There's no other way than this, so you gotta find it. One of the clues is that the last letter that you unlock is this one. So it had to be something like this. But I think I already said that somewhere in the video. That's what I got for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.